Today's show coming to you from a remote location, so you're going to hear some background sounds. That's just what you get when you go out on remote. Today's topic, though, comes from one of you in the question. Hey, Joe, what do I bring to lunch when I'm in middle school, and where am I going to sit? Because I don't want to stand out. So let's acknowledge that right up front. It can be a little nerve-wracking thinking about, hey, I don't want to bring the wrong stuff to lunch. I don't want to be laughing at me. I don't want to feel stupid eating lunch because it's so much easier in elementary school. Everybody just brings it or you buy it or whatever, and you kind of get along. But in middle school, you don't want to stand out. So let's talk about a few things. Number one, what are your options? Number one option, you can buy lunch. Number two option, you can bring your lunch and eat it at lunchtime. Number three, though, and this is an option that a lot of people are using right now, you bring your lunch and then you kind of eat it throughout the day. So in between classes, you eat an apple here, you maybe eat a little bit of your sandwich here, and then, maybe you snack a little bit at the actual lunchtime. So that's a third option. One thing that is not an option is not eating at all. So if the group of people that you hang out with when it comes to lunchtime are not eating lunch, that is not an option for you because number one, you're going to get hungry, and that's not a good feeling. Number two, you're going to get tired, and that's not good either because then you're not learning anything and your grades go, and so there's a whole lot of consequences associated with not eating. So that's really not an option for you. Now, beyond that, take a look around. What are the people eating? All right, see if any of those things appeal to you. Maybe try buying lunch for a few days until you kind of get past the initial, hey, I really not sure what to bring. And then eventually you'll get into your menu items of what you know you're going to bring, and you're going to be happy eating your lunch. So let's get on to issue number two, which is where are you going to sit? Now think about this. Before you actually get to lunch, kind of setting up a person or group of people that you're going to be sitting with so that when you get there, you don't have to look around and feel bad about the fact that you don't have anybody to sit with, and then it gets awkward about where you're going to actually be going and sitting. So here's what you need to do. First, second, third period before lunch, say hi to somebody. Maybe you have a friend, and kind of arrange a place to meet. Say something like, hey, I'll see you at lunch. I'll be over on the whatever table, or I'll be over by the tree in the middle of the courtyard, that kind of thing. That way you know going into it, and all you have to do is look for that one person. When you get there, make sure you say hi to at least one other person, because what happens if that person isn't there the next day? You're going to want to have a familiar face around, somebody that you can say hello to, and again, feel great about the fact that you are going to a place where you know somebody and you're going to feel comfortable having your lunch. That's pretty much it. Aside from, and here's one thing I want to throw your way, if everybody eats in the cafeteria, sometimes there is a section where typically the 8th graders sit, and the 7th graders sit, and the 6th graders sit. And if there's a 5th grade, where they go. So you're going to want to find out if there's anything like that. Going in as a 6th grader, you don't want to find yourself over suddenly in the 8th grade section. Not going to be a good way to get going. So ask around about that and just open your eyes and look. Beyond that, though, hey, you are set up to have a great middle school year. Enjoy yourself. Take care.